Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my video. And look at this messy weather. But I had a request for a wet setup for Donington and the Porsche. So, I mean, I'm not really sure if this is fast or not. So, I mean, but it's a stable setup, and seems to work really well. So, I got the just to kind of test it to see how it does. I have the AI at 100, of course, and the aggression at 100, so everything they're maxed out. So, and I just started outside pole, and we'll see how this is the start of the race here. I'm not going to show the whole race, but I just want to go over maybe just a couple laps. Go inside. Of course, anytime you got to watch those curbs, especially in the beginning. They're definitely a little slick. I ran out wide here and kind of messed up. Ferrari's back there. You see him in my mirror. So they were definitely pushing. The track is basically flooded. I mean, it's really wet. Let's go to the last two laps. I went off track once, kind of went off and came back on, so he pulled up ahead of me a little bit. And you see the Ferraris back there, but kind of pulled away a little bit from the group. This was my fast lap. So 140.35. Again, I don't know if that's quick or not. I know I could have gotten to 39s because, you know, if it was a longer race, because it was, um, you know, I had some other sectors this next lap that if I would have got all 3 sectors, I would have been to 39. So, I mean, I definitely could, you know, plus you're just getting a little bit more accustomed to the messy conditions. He started catching back up a little bit, putting some pressure on me. That was it. Just a short race. I just wanted to, again, test it to see how it did. And, of course, I'm sure I had a lot more fuel than they did. I had like 70 liters or something. That was with 140.53. So, you know, pretty consistent for being in the rain and that sloppy stuff. So let's go back to the garage. Let's see, timetables. Let me see what Stoltz had. His fastest, see, this was 139.81, which I'm pretty sure I would have been right there if I could have kept going. He's 140, 140, 139.9, 139.8. We'll look at mine. Cause see, if you took these two and put it up there where this one is, I mean that's that's a 2/10. That's about 1/10 and a half, and this here is about 4/10 right there. So I mean I would have been in a 39.8 or something like that also. So I'm sure it would have been high 39s. Just keep running. Car felt really good. Just can't overdo it. You know, just typical rain stuff. You can't overdo it. So let's go over the setup. I got 29.5 all the way around for the tires, and that's because, you know, of course, you can see the track was flooded because it was 21, 22 degrees. You know, that's about average in the rain usually. I mean, a lot of times, actually, it might be a tad on the warm side because a lot of times I see it in the teens. But anyway, I got 29.5. Toe in the front's negative 0.15. And then I do that trying to keep some heat in the tires because you can see they still only got up to 30.6. So that's still really not, you know, they probably could have got a little warmer, but I'd really rather have them over 31. So again, you know, you could even go up to 30 on these conditions, but again, it's because it's so flooded and so much rain, it just tires, it's hard to keep them warm. But again, got the toe at negative 0.15 and then the camber at negative 3.4 in the front. You can maybe even try 3.2. But, you know, again, I want more, you know, you need a tire on the ground, so you don't need a lot of negative camber because you're not, you know, going around the corners, nothing compared to dry. Casters at 10. And then the rear is the same thing, toes at 0.25. And again, that's to keep, you know, keep a lot of the heat in the tires and, you know, help it keep tracking straight. And then the camber is at negative 2.6. And again, really important for those tires to be on the ground, especially accelerating out of these corners, which I could see that's where where I was, you know, picking up over the Ferrari behind me and stuff like that. I could actually start rolling on the gas, you know, mid corner or past a little bit past mid corner. I could start rolling back on the gas. They probably couldn't. So that's probably where I was picking it up a little bit. And that's good for the Porsche with the acceleration. Of course, 8, 10, 4, and 8 is the electronics. And fuel, I had 70 liters with I had number 1 brake pad. Shoot, that's messed up. I should have had number 3. I forgot about that. See, I even had dry brake pads. So that probably even better with the number 3s. Mechanical, got 3 on the anti-roll bar, 51 on the brake bias. Steering ratio is turned all the way down. Springs in the front are 119,000 with a bump stop rate of 900 and a bump stop range of 3. And on the rear, the springs are 174,500 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 35. Anti-roll bar is 3, and the preload on the diff is 100. And again, soften a lot of this stuff up, trying to get some grip on this slick pavement, and of course, get a little bit more aggressive with the preload on the diff, trying to get the drive because the rear end's sliding around, so you want both tires digging. At least that's the idea anyway. The shocks on the front are 5, 4, 7, 6, and on the rear they're 6, 5, 7, 6. So again, it's soften them up so they can try to grip the pavement since there's not a lot of grip there. Aero have 60 in the front with 76 in the rear, and a 10 rear wing, a 2 splitter in the front, and a 2 and a 2 in the brake ducts. So, and again, the brake ducts and tires are all you probably have to adjust per your situation as far as your race or whatever. I mean, you really try to run it around 30.5 to over 31 is really the best tire pressure. So that's really what you should be trying to achieve, whether it's closing these up or raising the the tire pressure up or whatever. So either way, you got to go get to it. That's what I would try to get over, is at least mid 30s on the tire pressure, hot. So that is this setup for the rain, and actually it's heavy rain, flooded rain. So I will put a link in the description, and I'll make this a setup, and I'll probably make it HW for heavy rain or heavy wet or something like that. And I sure hope if you all try it out, let me know. But it feels really good to me, and slides a little bit, but it's controllable, and it digs out of the corners, and it just does all the things that mainly is survive. I mean, the biggest thing is not pushing it to the edge to where you want to survive so you can be at the end, because a lot of other guys are going to go out, and you just want to be able to make it to the end at a good pace and finish. And if you do that, most likely you're going to get a good finishing spot. So I sure hope that works for you, and I sure hope you come back and visit again real soon. Y'all take care. See ya.